Welcome to another Demarcation Media Mega Construx review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Zone Control helmet. Now, this is actually the second time I'm recording this video. The reason that this is not sealed in the package, well, it's kind of a long story. So I got this from Carlos Macias, hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. He was in Mexico and he found these, so I contacted him, was like, hey, can you grab some and send them my way? And he was like, sure. So he went, found all three, and also a Banished Marauder, sent them to me, and I had an entire haul video with all the helmets, and then I had a couple other packages, and then I plugged my memory card into my computer, and the entire thing got corrupted. So, and that's the second time that it happened. I have 2 corrupted memory cards on my hands now. All of the footage is locked away in there until I can get it fixed. I'm sending them off for evaluation, but it's going to be really expensive. Like, just to get them evaluated, it was already almost $100. And to get the data back, it may be over like $1,400. So, that haul may never come out. Even if it does come out, it's going to be kind of backwards, because I don't know how long it's going to be till I have that. So before we get into looking at this, I just wanted to run through the other things that were in the haul because it was really cool and I didn't want to just like leave them. So let's go look at those real quick. So the first things that we had in the haul was a little package from Heavy Gonzalez through Discord. I bought some stuff from him. He's a great seller. And I got the Maverick ODST and a Call of Duty astronaut. I got the Maverick ODST because I am hoping to eventually get all of the blind bag ODSTs and compare all of them. And then the Call of Duty astronaut was just because it's a Mega Construx astronaut, and that's pretty cool. So I think that was a nice little haul there. He included weapons for both, which I did not expect. And I don't know why an astronaut would need a shotgun, but that's Call of Duty for you. Everybody's got a gun. But yeah, super great seller. Highly recommend if you're in any of the Discords and you see Heavy selling stuff, 100% worth purchasing from him. And then all the rest of this came from Seabass Guy, also through Discord. Look at this. So he sold me a bundle of Bionicles and then a couple Hero Factory figures and then a whole bunch of extra parts. And then I used the extra parts to assemble this guy. He was almost complete. There was most of the blue dude over here, and then all of the, like, what was that wave called? The gold armor wave. It's got the scrawl, which was actually my first Bionicle years ago. But we've got Onua from the final Bionicle wave, looking really cool. That is not his official weapon. I put that together myself. We've got a 2.0 Stormer back there. Really cool. That was the first time we had seen the new like frame pieces. Way sturdier than the old ones. We've got... I accidentally said that this was Pahatu in the first take of the haul video. But no, that's Tahoe. So you can see he's got all the fire. Pahatu is the earth or the desert guy. Tahoe is the fire guy. And then over here we have the jungle dude, Lua, who is built really weird compared to the rest of them. And then probably my favorite out of all of these, Black Phantom. This is the 4.0 Hero Factory villain, and he is absolutely massive. There's the ODST for scale. And I have his accompanying hero, Raka 4.0. So that's really cool. This used to be one of those sets that I would always look at when I was younger and be like, oh my gosh, it'd be so cool to get that. And I finally have him. He's huge. Huge, super menacing. And 4.0 was like the best Hero Factory wave. So yeah, look at all that. And then, like I said, there was a whole bunch of extra pieces too. Yeah. It's really, really disappointing that I can't show you guys the actual video because that was a really, really neat video. Okay, so now back to the review itself. Huge thanks to Carlos for going out of his way to get these for me. Really, really appreciate it. And since this is not sealed anymore, I did open it on camera for my first first take of the review, but I can't repackage them. So we're just going to jump straight in and start with that pink Spartan. You guys know every time Mega does another one of these hot pink Spartans, I am very happy. And this one is really no exception. We've got a lot of really interesting recolors here. We get a Mark IV helmet in pink for what I think is the first time. The like para shoulders, what Chief has been using for all of his infinite variations, in pink. The infinite Chief forearms, lower legs, and leg armor in pink. And then this new chest plate that was created for Kelly and Linda has been recolored in pink as well. Now, this is a female-specific chest plate. This is a female Spartan, and I've seen people saying, no, you can put it on a male torso. You can't. Like, you actually can't. Because the female torso waist is more narrow, the armor is made to fit the narrower waist. That's really hard to say. Narrower waist. And so it doesn't rattle around. And if you try to put it on a male Spartan, it just doesn't fit. Which is a shame because the back plate is way more accurate to the Infinite Chief. So, I don't know. That's kind of a bummer. But it is really cool to get all of these pieces in pink. And she comes armed with a bulldog. No print or anything, just black. And I've seen also people asking why Mega decided to make the gun in a reloading position. And I would say that's because, well, look, we got a nice pose right there. But then if it were to be out at the end like that, that's kind of awkward. Like, you kind of have to have the arms stretched out a lot to have both hands clipped on. And it just looks a little weird. I think it looks more dynamic to have it back like that. And you have a little more freedom in what you can do there. So I think that's probably why they did that. The head does bump against the edges of the armor a bit. Like, articulation is limited. It's not terrible, but it is limited. And then, whoa, hang on, come back. The visor print is pretty good. I feel like silver would have been a better choice, maybe. There's not as much contrast between the gold and the pink. But it is printed pretty well. There's a little bit more of the drop down in the center than maybe there should be. There should have been a little bit more there. But since the Spartan visor does have a little piece that kind of goes in the way there, it's not too bad. It's very, very slight complaint there. Yeah, overall, looking really cool. Definitely going to stand out in a group of other Infinite Spartans. And speaking of standing out, I think this guy right here is probably the standout of the entire set. So first of all of you guys are probably super excited about this, as excited as I am. This is the Ravager. We finally have a new Halo Infinite weapon from Mega, and I think they did a pretty darn good job. My only real complaint, or maybe complaint isn't even the right word, the section here where the energy cells are, where it would glow red, it looks a little soft, like they didn't mold it as well as they could have. And I'm wondering if they did that on purpose so that when they print it up red, it'll look more like there's heat coming off of it. I'm not sure, but in all gray, it just looks a little soft. Nice big handle. We have another attachment point here, so your Spartan can hold it like that, or you could just kind of, fore grip kind of thing. Big, nice blade on the end there. Looks really good. I'm very happy with this. There's no attachment rails on the top, but that's fine because you don't really attach things to this anyway. You just shoot and stab. So yeah, really, really cool. Definitely looking forward to getting some of these printed up as well. But then the Spartan is almost as exciting to me. This is the second full Zvezda we have gotten. Yeah, we got the Halo Universe blind bag Zvezda, but that was overshield. This guy is an actual normal Zvezda, the one of two that comes in the 3 helmets. And he has this new green. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is a new color. I've never seen this before. It's like a pine green. That's kind of how I'm thinking of it. And it looks amazing. I absolutely love this color. I want to see this color used a lot. Like, I like this more than the standard, like, metallic infinite green. For a couple reasons. First of all, there's less variation between the different parts. And it just looks really good the way the light hits it. It just is, it's a great color. I absolutely love it. And we also have some interesting pieces returning. This is Tanaka's shoulders. We haven't seen those in a while. They're returning in this new green. Mark 7 chest plate is now in this new green. Mark 7 back plate. The Infinite Chief thigh pieces. George's lower legs, all in the new green. And then, of course, the Zvezda. It's such a difficult name. The Zvezda helmet itself returns here as well. We have more print than we saw on the Overshield one. It's got some gray going around the sides, coming down here. We see the visor peeking out. Kind of gives it a bird of prey look. Very much like that. I do think they could have used some print for the sight sensor thing on the front. And I'm not entirely sure still why they chose to do Zvezda with this attachment before a normal one, or before something like Cavallino. Mega, when are you doing Cavallino? I would love to see Cavallino as a figure. I mean, I'm not complaining. This looks really cool. It's super unique. It's got like Gungnir vibes, sort of, but it's still got more of a face than Gungnir does. So I'm not complaining that they did this. I'm just confused as to why they chose to. But yeah, this dude is fantastic. Very happy with this guy. Just really exciting figure overall. And what a color pairing that is. I mean, look at that. That's a nice pick of colors. The figures aren't the only thing in the set, though. We do have the helmet itself, which is orange, and we don't get any orange figures. I find that really interesting. Mega has departed from what they were doing before, which was you would get a helmet, and inside the helmet you would get a Spartan that matched the color of the helmet, and then one extra. Now it's just you get a helmet color, and then you get two Spartans that have completely unrelated colors. And I think that's kind of cool. I don't know, it just breaks the formula a little bit, and I like that. And then the builds have been getting better and better as well. We get a little multiplayer map section here. We got multiple layers. So you have the ground floor, and you can even like fit your figures coming through because it's high enough. And then you have a ladder, and then this level here. And then you have a little ramp to the top of the helmet, almost like a little watchtower. And then you have that level there. So there's a kind of a lot going on here. And then we have a zone, because this is zone control. And I don't know if this is exactly accurate to Infinite, because I think zone control and Infinite more like it's just a big glowy circle. But Mega chose to do it as this kind of node here in this metallic green. And then we get translucent Master Chief helmets to show who is currently capturing the zone. So we have a translucent green, which looks like a gummy candy. Please don't anybody try to eat this. And then Mega gave us not only a second helmet, but they also gave us a way to store it inside. So they have this piece. I don't know if this is new or not, but it's got this extended peg here, and then you put the little ball joint, and then just kind of stick it into the back of the helmet, and you can store the other one there, which is really cool. Really surprised me. I was not expecting that at all. But then we can capture the zone for pink, which this pink is like the exact same color as the Power Blast from the Marvel Legends Walmart exclusive Black Panther. That's what it makes me think of every time I look at it. And yes, these are just standard heads. So you can do this if you want, and you can do this if you want. That looks super weird. And you could also do this, which also looks super weird. But it is an option. Now I need to undo that. But yeah, I'm really liking the way Mega is doing these little dioramas. They've been doing a really good job. And they are continuing to kind of elevate their game here. Also, if you want, you can detach the ramp from the top of the helmet and then just kind of fold it down to the side so that you just have more detail along here, and then you have a standalone diorama. And you can fit, you can fit both your figures on there really easily. you could probably fit at least another 2 figures just like this and have it not be too crowded. So I think Mega did a great job here. The helmet itself remains pretty much unchanged, aside from the color, obviously. It's got the same molding and everything, same way that they did the visor. This visor feels like it has a little more of the metallic flake in it, and it looks a little bit more almost grainy. Not like cheap grainy necessarily, it's just they mixed in a lot more of the flake. Overall, though, it's really well printed still. I really love the way they have the gray showing through from the plastic underneath. And then the orange color is fantastic. Looks really good. Really pops on the shelf. I think this one will look really nice alongside the yellow. And then there you can see how that is attached in there. Really cool. I like this one. Mega has done a good job here. Well, there you have it. That is the Mega Construx Zone Control Helmet. Another fantastic helmet set from Mega. I really, really like what they're doing here. They have their formula, and they stuck to their formula pretty hard for the first 3 or 4, and now they're keeping everything good about their formula, but making it better at the same time. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what Mega continues to do with these. I am hoping that eventually they will phase out this helmet and give us either another Spartan helmet or ODST. Like if they took this and gave us some ODSTs instead, I would absolutely love that. I think that would sell so well. Everybody would want those. But eventually these helmets will get a little old. But for now, we still have more colors that we could get. And Mega continues to make the figures be fantastic. Weapons. In this set, I think the Bulldog could have used a little bit of print. We got a little print on the shock rifle in the CTF set. So I think the Bulldog could have been a little unique there. But the Ravager is great. I love the fact that they're including the Zvezda as well. The new color, I think it's new, looks so good. I really, really want to see more of that. And then pink is always fantastic. And then also the Chief Head Gummies. I can imagine that people will find some very interesting uses for those. So yeah, I highly recommend this set. However, it's not available for purchase like anywhere. At least as of the time of the recording of this video, the only place you can find these is in Mexico. Which, again, huge thanks to Carlos for sending these to me. I would not have them otherwise, because everywhere else, you either have to pre-order them, or you just can't buy them at all. Like Target has the Fiesta helmet listed, but there is no way for you to buy it. Like they have no purchase button. So keep your guys' eyes out. If you can find this, I would say go ahead and get it. I don't think the scalpers have these yet, which shows you how hard these are to find, but don't overpay. 10 to 15 is like standard retail for this. I feel like if you really like these helmets, 20 would be worth it, but any more than that, don't do it. Just wait until it comes to stores, because once Mega sells all out of their stock of the last wave, the red and the blue and the green, these ones will then start being phased in. So keep your eyes out. 100% worth tracking down, but do not overpay. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.